those thoughts in your mind, behind all that is
Mhm.
this sort of non-thinking presence. And we see it a lot in like ancient texts, and that like once you realize this, it's sort of like a way to transcend and be free of certain sufferings and like
Mm.
attachments to the world. For example, I'm a Christian, and so I believe in
Mhm.
Jesus. And Jesus often talks about the kingdom of heaven, right? And it's this realm beyond our understanding. And it's that dimension. And if we're
Yes.
made in the image of God, it's within us. And so I came to these conclusions like I am a child of God that lives in me, in my
Mhm.
value, and where I'm going to put my identity now is not going to be in
Yes.
external things. It's going to be in the God I know that lives within me and
That's
that I'm
right.
a microcosm of. And so it was a complete restructuring of who I was. And that process took time. It took tears. It took sleepless nights. It took, me really like a lot of journaling, conversations with other people who I trusted to realize that what I was putting so much value in was not important,
Mm.
really. What was
Yes.
important is how my relationship was with God, and in turn, the relationship with myself and the people in my life that were in my inner circle. And anything else was just like maybe some cherries on the Sunday. But ultimately, the pandemic allowed me to get to this point. I don't think if this didn't happen and I didn't have this experience, I would still be the anxiety ridden, egoic minded person
Mm.
going through my life trying to get some sort of unsatiable position or something in life to satisfy myself, which would be ultimately futile. And so, like, I'm actually very thankful, even though this process was very gruesome and it was very hard psychologically. I'm actually very thankful for it because now I'm 23 and I can operate now in such a better mindset than I
Mm.
was. Like, I can't imagine if I had this experience later in life and then I would, have all these years just like gone in some ways.
Yeah.
Like I woke up to what I know that was more fundamentally important in this life. And so I think that's a major component for me that I can attribute, years from now, I can look back and be like, that was a turning point. That was actually like the most important thing I could have done for myself was give myself time to be alone. Not
Mm.
just for, health reasons, it was important to isolate and quarantine. I took that very seriously, but also as an individual, I recognized this novel opportunity, a very unique one to sort of look at yourself, look at your traumas, look at what you need to, in any internal dialogue you need to fix up. Now was the time. And so it changed me. You're never the same person. Like who I was even just a few seconds ago, like you're different fundamentally as you go through time. But I think definitely a big 180 in just how I viewed the world is so different. There's a quote by Heraclitus I really like. It's no man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he is not the
Mm.
same man. So
Mm.
you go through life and you're constantly changing. And you might as well recognize that and change in a trajectory that you can be proud of.
Mm. Wow, that is very beautiful.